Many of us need to separate ourselves from the outside world every once in a while. But what happens when we spend too much time alone? Hikikomori is a Japanese term that describes a condition in which people, mostly adolescents and young adults, isolate themselves from the outside world. They spend months, if not years, locked in their bedrooms, unable to communicate with anyone, including their own families. This phenomenon has been observed in Japan since the 1970s and has received a lot of attention since the late 1990s. In addition, similar cases have been reported in a number of countries around the world. Hikikomori has a negative impact on not only an individual's mental health and social participation, but also on broader issues like education and workforce stability. As a result, it has become a pressing global issue that requires attention. Individuals in Japan may be more vulnerable to this condition due to the cultural value system emphasizing collective uniformity and fear of social shame. Worryingly, there is a tendency to blame mothers for attachment deficits or overprotective parenting, perpetuating the perception of hikikomori as an irreversible social problem. Hikikomori has a significant impact on people's financial situations. Withdrawing from society has an impact on their ability to earn money, and most hikikomori people rely heavily on family support. Some are able to find online work or use their artistic abilities to generate income. However, financial independence is limited, and many people live on the verge of poverty. A nationwide survey in Japan found that approximately 2% of all people aged 15 to 64 identify as hikikomori. Extrapolating from that percentage, there are an estimated 1.46 million social recluses in Japan. Furthermore, hikikomori has crossed borders and become a concern in a number of countries, including South Korea, China, Italy, France, Spain, the United States, and Taiwan. This reveals the global challenges that modern society faces, as some scholars view the lifestyle as an opposition to the burgeoning neo-capitalism, which has incorporated itself across all aspects of our lives. As the global recognition of hikikomori grows, so is the demand for better treatment options. Current treatments emphasize physical activity, re-establishing social interactions, and gradually resuming work or study. To address this complex issue, family therapy approaches are also being tested. Concerns about the recent increase in the number of hikikomori have prompted a number of initiatives to encourage people to leave their isolation, even if only temporarily, or in some cases virtually. The Tokyo ward of Edogawa, which is home to an estimated 9,000 hikikomori, held metaverse socializing events earlier in June to allow people to meet through their digital avatars. Kyoto Prefecture hosts virtual meetups twice a month, with participants ranging in age from teenagers to people in their 40s. Hikikomori people themselves have created their own organizations, which allow for people who are suffering from the social disorder to meet up with one another. This has allowed these people to find acceptance in their lifestyle without feeling the societal stigma attached with self-isolation. Despite this, there is a fear that this lifestyle has and will continue to contribute to Japan's declining birth rate. A major problem which currently plagues Japan as an aging population threatens the economic balance of their society. It is important to note that COVID-19 has added a new dimension to the hikikomori phenomenon. The fear of injection, job loss, and social disruption caused by lockdown rules has contributed to many people's persistent social withdrawal. However, it is critical to recognize that hikikomori is a serious condition that necessitates professional attention. And while the phenomenon was first discussed in the 1970s, the true implications of how it can affect Japan and the rest of the world are only truly being realized now, and swift action must be taken to counteract the spread of this phenomenon. Japan has even begun to offer a service called Rent a Sister, which may sound bizarre, but its goal is to help hikikomoris engage with everyday life and fight the loneliness they struggle with. While the taboo around the hikikomori and their way of life should rightly be removed, Japan is trying to ensure that at the same time, it does not become normalized as a mainstream facet of their society, which could lead to detrimental effects.